Hello everyone. Right, let me just find the video. Maybe in a minute. Success, there we are. Oh, you can see my hair. So sorry. A minute. Oh, here we go. Right. Hello everyone. So let's open up our journal. So last week we did this bad boy here. It was lots of fun, lots of mess. I definitely love this strawberry tissue paper. It is exclusive, the serviette, to the bundle from last week. But let's flick over and get started on the next one of our projects. Oh, hello, Di. Tonight I thought we could do like a rice paper galore to celebrate the fact that Princess P is amazing, which is our new printer, at printing rice papers. So I have got a selection. I've got butterflies because, of course, billions of butterflies will always be my favorite. But then I've also got like these two scenery type ones, which is a Victorian Christmas and Red on the Farm one. And then we've also got, oh, hello to everyone who's also on the tube and on Facebook. Oh, hello, Tash. We then got this like ombre sort of one and a scripty one, and I thought this would be fun, but I don't know. I think we're definitely going to use one of these two as our bases, and we're going to like try and feather in the rice papers together and create something. I think it will look cool, but we'll see. So like we could either go for deers or farm. What is everyone thinking? Hello, Cheryl and Pam. What do we think? Deers or on the farm? I don't know if butterflies will look right on the scene, on this scene here. Rather, the script will. And we can get the ombre to work. Maybe. Do we go with... reckon farm? Farm it is. Right, let's pull out the farm rice paper. Yep, we are celebrating. We used to have so much trouble printing rice papers. I remember my mum and my dad would get so angry with our printer just because like the printer track wouldn't grab it correctly and it'd all bunch up and it'd be disastrous. Like, don't get me wrong, there was a reason to be mad at the printer, but yes, just having a printer that just prints it out, it's magical. Saves so much stress. So the first thing we're going to do with our background piece, we're just going to come in and we're going to feather out, just making sure it definitely fits our page, but I'm just going to come in and put a bit of water along each edge, and I'm going to do edge by edge just because it's quite hot here still, would you believe? And yep, drying out is possible. With this, you don't have to be too worried. There's really no wrong way of doing it. The only thing I'd probably make sure is that you're using clean water, or else you will stain your rice paper, which can be a cool effect if you want to have like your rice papers to have like this ink type effect. Like say like you were doing a project and you wanted the things to have like an ink, like a purple edge, to match your page if you're putting rice paper on it. To get that purple edge, all you simply have to do is use like purple watercolor on the end of your paintbrush to do the feathering, and it will end up being purple. So you can either tear like you normally tear, where you come along and do that, or you just come and pull each bit out. I find this a little bit more easier. I think you could call it poofing. I think you could, because you're just coming in, and that way then you kind of know that you're getting rid of that white border. The other option is, as well, is if you don't like getting your hands too messy or you're a bit afraid, just come in with your tearing water after wetting it. Hold down your tearing water and run loose. Well, my mat wasn't particularly flat, so I had to move that one, but yeah. So that there is our first bit. So as you can see, we've got a nice leaf feather, and even doing that with the tearing ruler, you can't see the difference realistically. It's actually a little bit more smoother and looks a bit more natural, I think, which is quite nice. Oh, hello, Raquel. So if we just come and put our lovely scene here. Now we definitely need to choose our decorations. I like this one. Because we're going to be sticking them down with gel medium, it means that the two are going to blend together nicely with the underneath. So we don't actually have to worry about them being fully opaque. The pattern's actually going to blend in really well. So I do think, because this blue here on this denim, well, it's not denim, it's the blue script from Devoted Denim, matches the sky. This is slightly darker. I do think it'll look quite nice. I have a thing for script writing. It's one of my favorite things in the world. I also went for this ombre, just because I think it might look really cool behind it, and having like bits of pink and stuff, but I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know. We might just go for a bit of a play, shall we? See how far we can go. Ew. So what we might do is, I'm just thinking, because we've got this fairly big border around our edge, we might actually come down, pop that one down there, and wet this a bit more here, just to make it a little bit less Evie Stevies. But typically, maybe the ombre is not worth it. A minute. Definitely think the script is. Let's just stick down our farm stain and then we'll go from there. You know this is going to be the base anyway. So I got a new tube of matte gel medium tonight because my other tube ran out, and it's been running out for weeks. But yeah, so we've just peeled the seal off. Look how full it is, how nice. It's even got the price tag on it. We might peel that off and save it for collage. Look at that. Peeled. Mostly I did miss a little bit, but be all good. Now we're just going to come and put a nice sized dollop on our page, just because we want this to be fairly thick as it is the base layer, and we are going to do a few rounds of what's it called, rice paper, and we're going to use a paintbrush tonight, just because I normally use my hands, yes, but because we're using rice paper for pretty much the entire class, I think I'm going to try and do no paint and all rice paper tonight, which I don't know how I feel about it. It's going to be a challenge. It's good to challenge yourself. It's just about getting, it's just about not getting, sorry, your hands completely sticky on the first layer, or else then you're going to be fighting with the rice paper every other step of the way. And I prefer not to have to fight. I do like using my hands for painting. I find it quite therapeutic, but rice paper stuck to your fingers is probably one of the most annoying collages to have stuck to your fingers. Other than that, glitter. Just because it's like mulberry paper. Right, and I'm just making sure, and I'm coming in with the end of my paintbrush and creasing our rice paper. I'm pre-creasing it. This removes any gulpy bits of the glue that we had left in that spine area. It also means that our art journal is going to fold nicely. Right. I'm not going to worry with the top layer of our sandwich just yet with our glue sandwich, but I am going to worry about this corner that didn't stick properly. So I'm just going to come in. And I'm not worrying about our top layer of our glue sandwich, just because I know we're going to come in and put other bits and pieces down, so we'll come in and put some of that down. Look, I could just stick a photo there and be done. Ooh. Look how nice it is. And see, by having it feathered and using the gel medium, it looks like it's actually blended into the page here, into our watercolor paper that our journal's made out of. And it hasn't, but it looks like it, which is cool. And now let's come in and do our next step. I know I'm going to use this, so let's just come in and tear ourselves a fair chunk off of it. And I might just do that. Oh, hello, Karen. Right. Now, got that piece there. I'm just going to stick that in there so that it doesn't dry out, because the glue is very powerful, which means we're going to move on to another clean water towel, because we don't want glue mixed in with that other water, with that other paintbrush. We don't want glue mixed into it. What do you reckon? If we put a bit of... Ooh, I've got the fan on. It's a necessary evil. Just, you know, heat stroke's not on the plan today. I don't reckon about that one there. I think that one there, and maybe then. See, when you don't wet it, it's a little bit uncontrolled. It's fun. And then maybe a little bit in the tree. Well, do you reckon we only need 2? We actually only need 2 spots. Hey. It's not bad. I don't mind that. 2 spots looks kind of good. I know I sound surprised, but normally 2s don't look good, but I think that looks quite nice. Either that, or we can come and put maybe... Definitely celebrating Princess P. I think Mum loves the fact that the rice paper prints so easily. I think that looks... Yes, 2. Yes to 2, not to 3. Cool. Kill. Yes to 2. Let's go ahead and stick this down. And you guys will see what I mean by it will go into it. So we're just going to come in. Once again, putting a little bit down of our glue. Coming in, and we're going to use that paintbrush again, just because we don't want our hands to get sticky. I'm going to do this one over here because I did put a little bit too much glue over the other side. That's okay. I'm heavy-handed. Hello, my name's Naomi-Jon and I am heavy-handed. So it's just important that we know that. And then we come and do our top bit of the sandwich when we do the blending over. So it does make everything underneath it a little bit more muter. However, so I'm just coming in and kneading up my edges where I feathered by tucking it in or pulling it off. It's personal preference for that. Everything's personal preference. It's mixed media. It's art. It's craft. Some of this has dried now. Gotta love that heat. Alright, let's come in and stick some of this down. Go. Okay. Okay. Hello, I finished my Monday night phone call early so I can join in. Oh, hello, Cheryl. And the script, yeah, see? The script looks quite nice. So just blended over it really nicely. Got that script in the sky now. And what I think we might do is we're going to grab out our watercolor. I know we said we were going to do an all rice paper page, but I just need a little bit of watercolor. Not much, only a little bit. Let me first have some water. And let's grab out our flat tip paintbrush. Oh, hello, Margaret. Hello, Rosie. Oh, thank you. The reason why we're grabbing our flat tip is just because we want to kind of go over where our hill was. Now, this might be a little bit silly when the rice paper's dry, so we're just going to quickly heat it, even though it's summer when we're making this. Go. And now my heat tool won't stand. It's got problems. There we go. Fix them. Wrong one. Okay, that's the rice paper one. That's the glue one. This is the watercolor one. Let's put the lid on the tube. We're going to try and create cleanly tonight. Try. See how well we go. Okay, so we're going to come in just a little bit of our green. And I ain't going all the way to where the top of the hill was. I'm starting a little bit further away and then going up, so then we don't kind of leak over. Just want to accent where that hill is on the rice paper and create like a gradual gradient. So I've started off with my lighter green first. And I'm going to add possibly 3 layers of this. I'm up to the second layer. Reason for this, well, the color's not very opaque. It needs to work in layers, which we are fans of here in the Scrapbook Fantasies family. It also means that if you make a mistake, you can come back and fix it on your next round. Like if you miss a bit or you think you went too far over, you can fix all of that. Okay, and then we're going to add our darker green. Yep. And then add a little bit of brown, not too much, I think. We don't want our prized possession, our lawn, to be dead. Or crispy, that's what we call it currently. Go. So now we've got that, I'm just going to come in and a little bit of this green to over here. This is just because our watercolor green, would you believe, is not the exact green that the rice paper is. That's okay. You've got to use what you've got. So instead of being disappointed, you just come in and you add a little bit of each of the colors you used the other side. I'm mainly doing it where there's like some shadowing around the fence, a tree, and the edge of the road here. That is good, my paintbrush, it's fallen off there. This just means that it still matches the other side fairly well. And I am doing it, I am rubbing my paintbrush on there until the rice paper has absorbed all the water within it. So that way, get this like really cool scraping effect. I'm blending it out past that rice paper. And now we do have the road as well. So we're just going to come in oh, we've got that colour on our paintbrush. Come and do a little bit of the fence in it, a little bit of the wall. Flat paintbrushes are also really good for this technique because they dry out quicker than your rounded tips. So you're just coming in, well, that's what I have found through personal experience. Okay, and then we need a little bit of grey for the rocks as well. Just coming in, remembering to, where you want the watercolor to sit, just go a little bit underneath that mark, just because it's like we're going to bleed out. especially if you're doing this while your glue is still a little bit wet like I am, which is okay. Just be prepared that you might get a little bit of a wet mess. That's all I've got to suggest. So just dabbing it up and down. And a little bit of colour here and there, and then I'm just going to lift that. Actually, in a minute, I'm just... a little bit more. A bit more green. I know I said I was going to add a little bit of watercolour, but like just going it down. Now let me lift that up to show you. So we've added in our watercolour now. And it's really blended in our script. Like, you can barely tell that we stuck that over top. I don't actually think you can tell realistically in most places, apart from here, where, and if we just come in a little bit, once again, and also try not to make sure you don't have too much water on your paintbrush. As you can see. And we go just a little bit of our brown. Go over our edge here. And ta-da! I don't think you can tell. Look how cool that is. Right, let's add our next layer of rice paper. What do you guys think? Reckon yes? What should our next layer be though? Now, I've got these ones which I thought would be quite funky, but I don't know if they would match. Or I've got these butterflies here, which I think might go a bit better. What do you think? Oh, thank you, Mary. Boho or butterflies? Hard choice to make, I know. So I don't know if I actually want to go for the butterflies or if it's just my initial approach to always go for butterflies. I love butterflies. This could be a nice challenge. What do you guys want? Butterflies. Yeah. I'm feeling like butterflies too. Let's do butterflies. Let's do butterflies. Thank you, Lizzie. Right, let's come in. Now we've got our number 28. Oh no, these are 34. Sorry. Oh, I gave you the wrong number. I'm so sorry. This is number 34. If you wanted to like make this kind of 3D like, what you could actually do is that you could do the script with our script stencil, which is number 61, I believe, in modeling paste, and then use the color cuts of the butterflies and curl their wings up to make it a bit more 3D if you wanted to. We are working in an art journal, so we try not to do too much 3D. So yeah. It looks super pretty as it is, but it does need the Naomi-Jon touch of a bit of the more of this and that. Oh, thank you, Karen. And yeah, okay, I think you guys are right. Butterflies, it is. Right, let's have a go of this. So I'm feeling like we need to find wherever our other paintbrush went that we were using. There we are. To tear our things. And then that's the watercolor one. This is not the watercolor one. So we want quite possibly this one here. I'm just having a look at colours realistically. What's going to stand out the most? So we're just going to come and do a rough tear. It's just like using your fussy cut scissors. If you want, you can use your fussy cut scissors. I do prefer to use my hands, like always. You like how it is? Yeah, like you could just stick a photo on it, like there, and then whoop, be done. And then we might come in. I do like this one as well. I think it's super duper. Like just makes it. There's 2. I reckon I'm only going to go for 3, just because our page isn't that big. You know how you know that the television station knows their show's going to be a load of rubbish and not well received? They play it simultaneously on 3 channels. Is that one that Gladiators that has song? Destroyed that song? Well, did you know that song came over the Sonos today? Yes. And Dad turned it's not entertaining. And Dad turned the Sonos down. It's not entertaining. Right. Mum is not happy. It's ruined. I'm going to read. I'm just going to watch Bull, but I'm not going to watch Bull. I'm going to read. Is Amelia getting ready? She's reading with me. Because she says she's got a funny tummy because she worked out she was rotten while I was away. Oh, dear. Well, she was. She was. We had to talk about it. She pulled the bloody bluey card on me. Right there. Right, there we go. I feel like those 3. I just want to add some stenciling, but I think I'd ruin it. Hey, Mum. Mum, you want to come and have a look at our thing towards Sweet Pea? You think it's... Yeah, tribute. Well, tribute? When you put, I think smaller butterflies. You reckon smaller butterflies? Yeah. More and smaller. More and smaller. More and smaller. And then you could stencil around the edge with like little dots. I could. Maybe. I could. I'm just trying to... Oh, sorry. Fix up a customer. Oh, I thought you were going to give a Google review on the Gladiator show. I'm tempted. Also, where did that other small butterfly go? Oh, no, there he is. He flew because of the fan. More and smaller. This is while we are on computers watching tutorials on scrapbooking. Yes, Cheryl says this is why they're watching my class, because Gladiators. Gladiators on 3 channels simultaneously. Is everyone getting their emails okay for the new groups when they buy a kit? Well, yeah, we'll do a poll now. Is everyone... Will you just let me know after? Okay. Yeah. Yep. Yes. Because Paul's not on tonight. That's why we're all on telly. All on videos. Yeah, I also wanted to congratulate you on how well you worked with Amelia around on Friday night. You were amazing teaching green lions. Yes, well, see... She didn't want to go to the shops. Amelia didn't want to go to the shop all weekend. So when I took her on Friday, she made it quite obvious that she didn't want to be there and made my life a lot harder than what it had to be. And then on Saturday, she pulled the same trick, but because she had pulled that all day Friday, I really didn't want to leave her to her own devices around the house, which is why you got me and her, and I didn't want to leave her scribing because she was in a little bit of a vindictive mood. So, which, like, we're entitled to get into those moods. Perfectly fine. That's okay, Rosie. There's a few left, I believe. But yeah, we're all entitled to have those moods, but didn't want to leave her around the house, so she was on the live. But thank you. Also, news. My end of the front. I got onto the Gladstone City Youth Council, so I'm now on 2 youth councils this year, and I've picked up a bachelor's degree, which I'm only going to do one subject at a time because I'm not that mad. I am crazy, but I'm not that crazy. I'd like to say, oh, wrong end of the paintbrush. Maybe I am that crazy. Like, I'm not 100% bonkers, I'd like to say. I want to go into politics. I'll be honest with you. I love art. I love to paint. I love the feeling it brings to me, and the happiness it brings, and all the rest of it. But I would like to make a difference, and I believe I'm a fairly good debater, so I can hold up an argument, which means that yeah, it's kind of where I want to go. I have spent a lot of time thinking about this. Before I went and did my art degree, I kind of already wanted to go into politics, but I wasn't 100% sure. So when I did my art degree, because I was 100% sure that I loved art, and I still am, I've just realized that I would like to do a little bit more than just painting, which is awkward. Well, just painting and swimming. So, awkward. But yeah. Alright, so we've got our butterflies. And then one butterfly there. How many is that? 5, 6. There we go. Thank you, Cheryl. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. I have to admit, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm just putting a little bit of glue on one of the spots where I'm going to put my butterflies, but what I'm going to do is because we've gone with the smaller butterflies, there's no point in doing like a small dot in each area. You just come in, and you kind of use that one area as your palette, and then come and stick your butterflies down as you go. Making sure to do that top layer of your glue sandwich. It is the layer that we most often forget, but it's still very important to seal it so then there's no air bubbles. Just guarantees that you won't have to relift it up with a palette knife later. It's a fun challenge to work out what you want to be as a grown-up, especially when you have a variety of skills and interests. It is a fun challenge. I find it very frustrating. I have found it very frustrating at times. Just because, I don't know. I liked school. It was very structured. I definitely thrived in the school environment. Yeah. I think I definitely needed to get some more life experience before I did, though, go down this path. Like living out of home, meeting people that I'm not always going to get along with. You know, having those experiences and like it's all good doing an assignment about budgeting in high school, but when you've actually got to do it in real life, week after week after week after week after week, now that is what you call challenging. And like I still do that part at home, the groceries and stuff, so I'm able to keep my adulting up. But yeah, it's just supported. Right, there we go. And look at that, our butterflies are in. They are merged perfectly. Oh, look at that. I do want to do just a little bit more green on this tree. I didn't add any of the greens that we added with our watercolor. There goes the tearing water. I needed to label them with a label maker, or with like sticky notes. To the tree, and that I feel like was a bit of a mistake on our end, but that's okay. We're going to come and do that now. Oh, wrong one. At the thought of keeping up adulting, it's a tough gig being an adult at times. Yes, yes, it is. I kind of look back to when I was living in Brisbane by myself and went, why did I do that? But at the time, it seemed like the best choice I was making for some situations. But now that I'm out of the situation, I can kind of see that there was an easier way to go about things sometimes. So yeah, hindsight, it's lovely. Doesn't, don't really have it until afterwards. This one, look at that. I'm eventually going to get these water tubs down pat. Maybe labeling them would have helped. Definitely think labeling them would have helped. Right, so just as like a common courtesy thing though, when you do your butterflies over top of your script and your farm rice paper, to make sure that the watercolor underneath does not spread into the butterflies, you definitely need to make sure it's dry and then come and add it. And life needs a bit of messy at all times, so you appreciate the things you learn. Yes, and there's nothing on a weekly road or something. Yeah, definitely, yes, no straight paths. And that's what our page looks like. Mum reckons dots around the outside. I believe that she is correct because it needs stenciling. We need to christen the page. We need a stencil. Let's see which dotty ones I've got in here. Look, I do love this one, but I don't know if it will be correct. I pull it out at every opportunity. It is my favourite. Well, thank you. Thank you guys so much for your comments. I do think it looks pretty. Right, I'm currently looking for dots. I may have got a little bit distracted. I think I might have missed them. Oh, look, we have the butterfly border. Just pull out things as we go. As we go through. We have a lot of stencils. Look, this is the first stencil we ever used. We could use that. It's the first stencil we ever created with Racel. myself. Okay. I cannot find our dotty stencil. Problematic. Oh, hello, Bronny. I did find feathers, though. And maybe the dots were before I was focusing on trying to find dots. We have Easter eggs. Or eggs. Or you could call them ovals. We have the oval. Sorry, I'm just singing to myself. Dot stencil must be in another tub somewhere. Interesting. I know it's one of Mom's favourite stencils. That's why I can't understand why it's not in the tub. Interesting. Okay. Like the first stencil. Okay, so hold up. We've got... I am very chirpy tonight. I've had an alright day. I've cleaned my Nana's roof. My Nana's roof today, yep. And I worked for Stormboy for 3 hours, which, you know, is life. And went to the chiropractor for the first time. And he was very helpful. He rebooked because, you know, had to. But was able to give me a few exercises to do, which is going to help with some of the healing process of my jaw, because I still have a bit of nerve damage on my left side. I still can't feel my left side of my lip, my bottom lip, so, and just helping with the realignment, which is nice. So I feel like I'm going in the right direction, which I guess is why I'm happy. You know, and I went for a walk this afternoon, so good to clear the head. So which one did you say you guys liked? Was it this one here? This is my favorite. I will admit to that. But this is the first one we had designed on Racelle, so we could use it. We could. I think it might actually look quite nice. We could blend it in very easily. I brought out the butterflies because, you know, who doesn't need butterflies? I also got the feathers and the eggs. See? Eggs. The one on the far left, aka the first one. Oh, okay, yes. Gotcha. Right. First one we ever made. Put that one in. This one. Here we go. Okay, what colour are we gonna do? We could do orange. But do orange with watercolour, so then it's like this faint one here. And doesn't overpower it because it's acrylic. So, we might do that. We're just going to come in once again with our straight edge paintbrush. This paintbrush has seen better days. I will fully admit to that. It's well used. Right. When doing watercolor through paintbrush, we definitely want to make sure our stencil is as flat as possible. And our paintbrush isn't overly wet. Like you can see there that I haven't left a pool of water in my orange watercolor. I've left it slightly damp, but it's not overly wet, and my paintbrush isn't dripping. And that way then when we come in, and we are going to go a little bit over the rice paper bits. Oh, look at that. I do think that looks quite good. And then we're going to come in up down here. And if you're worried about this bit coming through, or you get any bits over the other side, you just come in on your messy mat or the board that's protecting your lovely desk from very messy paints, because it's the paints that make the mess, not you. Just come in and wipe that off. Or if you like, Mama, you've got a cloth nappy that's currently not in use as a nappy at your desk, you can, yeah. Do that one. Look at that. The watercolor just blends it. Mum's a genius. Mom is a genius. Right, so I come in and do another one here. And let's just do another one. I don't think I'm going to do it the whole way through. I'm going to do a little bit more down here. I'm going to do the whole way through because I just want to kind of go in there. Or brush with my brush. It's just a little bit damp. Like a little bit of a gradient. And then there we go. And we just need, I think, a title of sorts. What if we used... Did we keep that one intact? No. I didn't keep any of them intact, did we? Like... billions of butterflies, you think? Or we have... Nope, on the farm is definitely destroyed. Billions of butterflies it is. And let's come in with a little bit of white paint, just because we want this bit to be opaque. I feel like. And nope, that white paint's dried up. Because it didn't have a seal in it. Moments where you're like, why didn't I put a seal in it? Okay. Let's just put on the back here. I'm using modeling paste as my gesso has dried out because I didn't put the seal in the lid back in and humidity, and I just realized I'm wearing a good pair of jeans that I never got paint on before. So don't rub your hands on your jeans, Naomi. I don't know where these have been. I don't know how they don't have paint on them, but I'm determined not to get paint on them today. Which is a bit silly because I've just taught a mixed media class. Moments when you question your sanity would be one of them now. Right, there we go. And then, like, you could make yours looking into a sign. I do like how it's just floating there. But I think I might come in with a little bit of green around it. And actually, while we're here, let's just grab a white paint pen real quick. I know, it's bad. Definitely shouldn't be in these jeans tonight. So I'm just coming in and I'm adding a little bit of green to the edge. This is purely just for, you know, to blend in one side of it as it goes, like, into the landscape. Ooh. Oh, wrong one. Nope. definitely should have sticky noted the tubs. Right. Now, I know one of these isn't exactly great. We might get dropped top from the first go. So I might come and do. Now, because my watercolour and rice paper is still a little bit wet, this bit's going to be very difficult for me. But if you leave yours to dry for about 24 hours and then come back and do this bit with your paint pen or with your white paint, it will be a lot easier. I'm also re-inking it on my mat each time, just so then there's no chance of the watercolor getting into the tip. As it's a little bit hard to clean once watercolor's in the tip or in the nib of your white paint pen. The other colors you can kind of fix it really easily. The white one, it's a bit more maintenance. Okay, and then we are. I think we might be done. Our tribute to Sweet Pea, the new printer, who prints everything beautifully. I'm just going to grab that extra white paint because, you know, we don't waste anything here. I'm just going to add it in like it's smushed. There we go. So thank you all for coming tonight. This week we're using cats and dogs in the weekly classes. Card making is tomorrow, 7 p.m. Queensland time. You'll have me as your scribe again, as I don't know if band's on yet. Anyway, I'm waiting for a part from a clarinet. And yeah, we're looking forward to it. Don't forget, this weekend is our super weekend. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, mark your calendars. Mom, can I say how many classes we're doing a day? Sorry, I know you're busy. I'm just talking about super weekend. Can I say how many classes we're doing a day or not yet?
Yeah. I've already said that. 4 a day.
We're doing 4 a day, 9 a.m.
No, 9:30, 2 p.m., 4 p.m. and 7 p.m.
Yep. 4 classes, for 3 days.
So 12 classes. If you've got something you really want to learn or it's really to show you, make sure you let us know.
Oh, that's so cool, Raquel.
We can answer all those burning questions.
We can. So thank you all for coming. Thank you all for your lovely comments. And we shall see you during the week, especially this week. So bye.